Just a pilot in his cockpit seated. Black leather on his ass, keep a hustler heated.
So check this out. I had someone come pressure wash stuff. It just looks a lot nicer everywhere. Oh, and I wanted to show you the pressure washer this dude had because it works pretty well. And he oddly enough left it here because he's going to do more tomorrow. But it's this one. Is this one any good? It seems all powerful. I was actually wanting to get one, but I want to get like I want an electric one. I don't really want a gas one because I don't want to have to deal with the gas one. Like starting it up, getting gas, like all that stuff. I don't want to deal with all that. I just want electric one you just plug in. But it seems like all the electric ones suck, so I'm trying to figure out what I can actually get that'll work. Because if you subscribe to my wife's channel also, you'll know that we kind of discovered, I mean I knew, but we just didn't put much thought to it, like when we were actually going to buy. But the care for this paint job is a lot more complex than for this paint job. So we're trying to figure out the best way to do it. Like some people are saying, if you wrap this with a vinyl wrap or something like that, or do a clear bra, then that's you know, you can clear bra that stuff and then you can just wash it like normal. Because it would be nice if we can just wash it like normal, and take it to a normal car wash on occasion, and like that kind of stuff without a big deal. So that's something we're working on. So today in this video, it's gonna be a quick video. I hate saying quick because sometimes I just ramble on and it ends up being long. I'm just gonna take off this Hemi because I think it was pretty unanimous that it looked better without it, and I thought it did too. When I actually saw it without it, I was like, man, that looks better. So I'm gonna pull it off. So I got my tools of the trade, this sticker remover, little towel, which I don't want to get dirty, and my little pry bar. Now a lot of people were saying that watching me pry with this thing was horrible, like thinking I'm gonna mess up the car, but it doesn't feel like that when you're prying at it. It wasn't damaging the car, at least it didn't feel like it was. And then after that, there weren't any scratches, nothing like that. Oh, it's all fresh, so it's rather sticky. Whoa. I tapped my two. I hope I didn't mess it up. Pushing on this panel just gives me like anxiety, like watching the whole thing flex. I feel like I'm gonna break it. This sucks. Okay, so nobody needs to watch me take all this off, so I'll skip ahead. I did that, and check it out. I used the heat gun. I like heated it up, and like you guys would have been so proud. It was so professional. As I just throw that on the ground, it was so professional, and it like worked all quick. It was good. So now to do the other side. My car is dirty. And this side I can actually set up for you guys to watch, because I have a nice and simple place to rest my camera. Beautiful. So let's see how it looks now. Oh yeah. I think I bent the two a little bit. It looks like it's kind of pointing upwards. When I was pulling off the Hemi, I slipped with the thing and hit the two. But not a big deal. But yeah, someone was mentioning yellow calipers, and I would love to get yellow calipers because it would look, I think it would just match really well, like with black and yellow everywhere with the yellow calipers. But where do I get yellow calipers? Like, I think some of the Scat Packs and SRTs or something was an option to get the yellow calipers, maybe. If that's the case, then maybe, I don't know, maybe I can find someone that would be willing to trade, or that's selling theirs or something like that, or maybe a wrecked one, whatever. Because I would rather not paint them myself. I mean, they're not painted. I believe they're powder coated, not paint. I mean, I would hope so. And this is something I'm a little bit jealous about. She has like the nice 2-piece with the massive rotor, 6 pistons, and I don't. What we need to do is swap these brakes onto this car. It'd just be a nice little swap. It'll help lighten her car down and give me a little bit more braking power. And of course I'm being sarcastic and my wife will flip out when she hears this, but it's a plan. But no, I'm just kidding. But I am a little bit jealous of the brakes. They just look so, they look incredible. It's yeah. I wish I could have gotten that Dynamics package, because mine looked big, but once I see hers, they just look so inadequate. Like, look at that. Like, oh my God, compared to this. It's like, eh. But if you see this first, you're like, oh, it's a nice big Brembo. But it's nothing like that. So, that sucks. So let me do just a quick little cold start. Let's hear what this guy sounds like. And look how nice my grass looks. That big thing in the middle is where they replaced, they ground a stump that was there. There used to be a big, huge tree there at one point. But we're getting it all looking nice again. I got so many comments on the older videos that, oh, your yard looks like crap, but it was the hurricane, which, yeah, not good. So let's do this cold start. Uh-oh. Oh, it said canceled. Yeah, canceled low fuel. Which, let me show you guys. The fuel isn't really low. I mean, it's a matter of perspective whether or not it's low. So you can see there, it's like a little less than an eighth of the tank, maybe a 16th. So it's definitely not like the needle has to move. Like, it's not in any risk of running out of gas. But I've had the low range for a long time already. The low range started when I had just a quarter tank, because my average right now is 8.4 miles per gallon. That's not typical, but you guys know I did that trip and the car was idling the whole time and just wasn't good, this tank. So now I just wanted to talk a little bit about something that I think in the car community is coming online, at least, is becoming it's starting to be like an epidemic. And what it is bench racing. Now, you watch videos online, it's not like it used to be. Like, it used to be things being like more word of mouth, or, you know, you got statistics from like a magazine, so like you kind of know what car is quicker than the other car and that sort of thing, or what a car should run, or, you know, that sort of thing. But with the internet now, you can see cars in a variety of different conditions, trim levels, all sorts of crazy different things in the world. And people will make passes in these incredible places, and make really quick passes, and then that kind of sets the benchmark of what X car should run. If you take the new 2018 Mustang, they have ran 11s. I think someone even got them down to 11.8. Now, I feel bad for the guy who gets one and takes it to the track and runs like 1230s or 1250s. And then everybody's going to attack him and say, oh, you're a sucky driver, these things can do 11.8. And, you know, not taking into account tire, weather, all the other conditions that really determine what is going to be like a record-breaking pass or a record slow pass. There's so many variables that go into it that nobody even thinks about. I don't want to say nobody, because, you know, real racers and stuff, like people that know the stuff, they think about it. They want to know, like if you say this car ran X, you know, they want to know the conditions, and like, you know, what was the DA, what, like all this stuff matters, because if like let's say I take this car and I run where it's like negative 600 DA, and I run like a, you know, when it was stock, let's say I ran like a, you know, 11 something, like these cars can do, and then I even run it on the crap 245s that was on it, and crazy prep track, great DA, like everything perfect, and I make a pass, and then later people can use that video to talk crap about what another person isn't running in their 392. It's crazy the way, like, the details have just somewhere along the line gotten forgotten. Like nobody pays attention anymore, or not enough people, in my opinion. And I'm not saying it because I'm making excuses, but like some people get it that they're not excuses. But like when you say those things can run X time, I'm like, yeah, on what tires, what DA, what trim level were those cars? Because mine's like fully loaded, and I can imagine it could be a couple 100 pounds more than like a base model. So you take all those factors, it can mean up to like a second plus in the quarter mile. You know, if you're running in a worse DA, worse tires, like let's say your car has the crap all seasons, and someone's comparing it to one that came with like the Pirellis or something like that with the summer package, but it's still a stock scat pack, so you are a crap driver because you didn't beat this other guy's time. And it's just, I don't know, there needs to be more awareness, and I partially blame everybody for not like saying what the DA is and everything in videos that they post, or you know, drag race videos. Like say the details, like they're important. Like get the community to understand that these details matter, like what the DA is, which, you know, deals with temperature and you know, basically the air density. If you don't know what DA is, then you should really look into it, because it has a huge bearing on drag racing and acceleration in general. So I just want to, you know, like a PSA, don't forget about the details, because not everything is equal. So if you're going to bash someone or praise someone, you know the things around it, because like just because someone runs a really slow time or really fast time doesn't mean they're a good driver or a bad driver necessarily. It can, but you have to know all the other variables. Like if someone can get their 2018 GT to run a you know, 12.2, and everybody's saying that that's super slow, and it's like, well, the DA was 2000. Like, wow, well, and that would have been like an 11-second pass. You did a good job. But no one's going to ask that. They're just going to say you suck. And that's what I don't like. I feel like we're getting a little bit lost in the technicalities of acceleration, and, you know, what the numbers mean and what truly faster means. And that's being a little bit lost in just everybody talking about the quickest number ever, and it's not realistic. And I think it's just turning a big, like almost a generation of people into bench racers, where, you know, people just watch videos and stuff, and then they think they know everything about what a car can do and what it can't do, and just everything. And it's just, there's way more to it than that. So I would encourage anyone who doesn't go or doesn't have a fast car, and if you want to understand it more, go to the racetrack, go talk to people and stuff. Like, actually, you don't have to have a fast car to race, but just go out there and like see it in person, see the reality, see like random cars racing with random different mods on them, see what they run. Sometimes you'd be way amazed. Like, you know, you find Hellcats running 13 sometimes, or running high 12s. It's all been done. It's all been done. Like, and there's reasons for it sometimes, and sometimes it's bad driving, but there's always some other variable which, you know, explains the time, good or bad. You know, you can call it an excuse or a reason for the quick pass. So I know I'm ranting on, but I just I get a lot of stuff in the comments, and a lot of people talking crap, and a lot of times my driving's attacked. And I'm not saying I'm like the best driver in the world, but I'm a pretty good driver. Like, you know, oftentimes you guys see me I mean, I did 157 miles an hour with one hand, and I kept the car on the road and straight. I didn't crash. I mean, how many people could do that? It was a pretty bumpy road too, so I'm not saying that took a lot of skill or anything, or that it wasn't stupid, but I'm just saying that I do know how to drive. So when you see something, or if I say something is slow, don't assume that it's my driving, because that's just an unreasonable assumption to make against anybody, not just me. Just like, if something seems off to you, look for the variables. Don't just say it's the driver. Look for other things that it could have been besides the driver, and you will open your mind to a lot more that goes into racing than just the driver, because there is a lot more. So that's the end for the rant, and that's going to be the end of this video. And I hope I don't make too many people mad, but I'm not talking crap about anybody. I'm just saying, stating a fact. Peace.
Some pilot in his cockpit seated. Black leather on his ass, keep a hustler heated. Weed is engaged in the pavement. Rubber escorts like I'm seeking arrangement. Push the gas, escalate the gauges, escalate hits on the cam girls' pages, blazes, and hit 'em with a script full of sexy phrases.